Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. So it's a few times now that I went out with the AstrHori 6.5mm f2 lens, and yes, this is a relatively compact actually, fisheye lens by AstrHori. And well, I feel like I'm ready to talk a little bit about this lens, what are the pros and cons that I have found, and why I feel like despite being a really special lens, it worth to have in your portfolio of lenses. So let's start talking about the build quality. It's metal. Everything is metal, even the cap that has a really nice way to close it up and avoid to lose it even if you move a lot. And so from a build quality perspective, it's really interesting one. What I found is that the lens can focus from 0.2 meter to infinite, and the aperture of the lens is from 2.8 to 22. Now, as you can see, the lens itself has only few available steps in the aperture ring. In fact, we have the 2, 2.8, 4, then we have the 5.6, then something in between that it's not said in the lens, so it could be probably around 11 or 16, and then we have the 22. What I have found is that it's a little bit hard to focus from a point of view that you see the image already distorted in the screen of your camera. And what I'm using today, and when I tested the camera itself, is the Fujifilm X-T1, because this lens is a lens done for APS-C sensor. I'm actually curious to see how it will perform on a full frame lens. So what type of how big is the black part around the picture itself, but we will check it out in a second time, because I need to find out the lens for Sony. In fact, this lens is actually available for Sony E-mount, so you can potentially put on a full frame Sony camera, and for Fuji X mount. So we were talking about distortion, and yes, distortion is a part that is not helping on focusing. I find myself losing sight actually. So in order to be safe, I tend to choose f-stop pretty big, so usually around the 11 or even the 22, and that helped me to be sure that everything is in focus, and then just use the ring for the distance to determine where is the subject that I want to make sure that the camera making in focus. But at the same time, for really dark places, and I shoot some photos on the during the Fan Ho photo exhibition, and actually I never expected that, but this lens, it's pretty cool to take a picture in a photo exhibition, for the way that show more than one photo, but just the main one, if frame in the center, kind of not too much distorted. So I feel like it's a nice effect. But in that situation, of course, I had to open the lens as much as I could, so f2 or f2.8, and then try to understand what was my distance from the subject, and simply move the ring for the distance, for the focus, and well, these are the photos that that you're actually seeing now. And the lens is highly distorted, and that's actually something interesting because it allows you to change the way of thinking on how you want the photo to come out. So that means also it's not so much of really snap lens, because not all the photos are actually interesting with this lens. I'm honest about that, and I felt like some of them were really cool. This fisheye effect impacted a lot on the outcome of the picture, and that's why, for example, we saw on the internet, when the lens was promoted, lots of portraits with the model in the center, of course, and with this distortion creating a pretty cool effect. But at the same time, other photos are nothing special, and that's because in your mind you need to understand that fisheye is not for everything, actually. And at the same time, I feel like also it's cool the fact that the picture is it's coming with a black edge around, and that again can give an extra good point on your photos, or ruining it if again the photo is not adjusted for a fisheye effect. It's the first time for me shooting with this type of lens. The wider I went so far was 10 or 12 millimeter with a Samyang EF mount. So again, for an APS-C sensor, but I always wanted to do something different and try to see how I could be creative with this type of lens. And up to now, I had mainly shoot this one in a city environment. But today I'm outside in the countryside, and I said, well, I can actually try to take a few more photos with this type of lens and figure it out how the results will be. With its 190-degree fields of view, it means that you will see behind the lens, and that's when well, you need to pay attention to your feet. I have few lenses by AstrHori. I have the 85 millimeter, the one that you can tilt. Pretty nice one as well. We review in the channel. We have the pancake that I think it's a 80 millimeter one. And again, when I had the chance to test this one, I didn't say no. In fact, this video is sponsored by Second Focus. If you're looking for a lens for your camera set, I recommend you to check their homepage. They are selling lots of these special lens, and I absolutely recommend you to check it out, their site. I will leave in the link in the description down below so that you can check by yourself and enjoy a lens from Second Focus. Thank you very much for sponsoring this episode of Keigo Moriyama Photography. A lens like this one is meant to be used for creativity. Again, it's okay. It's not just a normal lens. You really need to think out of the box to figure it out what's the best outcome that you can take, and how much you can challenge yourself to create something that is unusual, something that is unexpected. And I feel like that's the funny part of a lens like this. Again, it's not a lens for everyday use, especially with this focal lens 6.5 millimeter. It's too wide. So it's hard to justify it for your daily street photography or your portrait session, because you end up to do too many photos that are exactly the same. So you lose the particularity. I think I can say that. You lose the point of being different. But if you're able to use it in a way that make people wow, well, good job. You did what AstrHori was thinking to when creating a lens like this. So you have seen a few photos that I have taken so far, and we arrive at the point where do I recommend this lens or not? Again, if I stick on the build quality, definitely, it's really well built. AstrHori always create lenses that are really built very well, and it's compact and it's fun. It's a lens that, again, you can literally enjoy taking this kind of weird photos. So would I buy it? Yes, actually yes. Again, would not be my preferred lens for a daily base of street photography, but it's something that for sure I will bring with me based on what will be the subject that I will have in front of me, and again, I can take something a little bit different. But is it a lens for everyone? No, for sure. If it's the first lens that you want to buy, sorry to say, no. Go to second focus and check other lenses that could be more standard. But if it's something that you want to have in your pool of lenses to, again, make sure to create something unique, this is definitely a must-have one. And price-wise is also extremely affordable. Again, for such a good build quality, I would have expected actually a way higher price, but surprising to say, the price is really cheap. I can't imagine something like that. So what is the main usage for this lens? Again, I feel like a portrait one could be potentially the good type of picture that may benefit the most for this type of lens, as well as I feel like some sport, like for example skateboarding or snowboarding, or stuff where you can be close and you distort the results in a way that make the effect of the action even stronger. Street photography, no, except rare cases, because some of the buildings and some of the light may benefit by this round shape of lenses, but I wouldn't take that as a main reason for purchasing a lens like that. But again, it's kind of limited on the usage, but for what it does it very well. So in my opinion, it's probably an 8 out of 10. And again, the price definitely helps to consider this a lens that worth to have in your pool. Well, that's all for me for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you again, Second Focus, for sponsoring this episode and allow me to test the AstrHori 6.5mm f2.0. If you want to purchase it, I will leave the link in the description down below to Second Focus homepage. And if you have any question on this specific lens, I still have a few days with me where I can play with that. Write it down in the comments down below and I'll be happy to answer to your question. That's all for me for today. Thank you for watching, and as usual, till next time, stay click. Bye!